look into the document itself, most of the items in there do not use PA. It's mostly games. It's mostly games that are using the PA. Now, we're not saying that we don't necessarily want to look at the PA. What we want to do is come up with some viable options that we can, as a group, not necessarily all agree with, but as a group, we can look at something that works better for everyone that's involved.
But we don't see any data points on how much is going up in the PA usage, so we can talk about it. It just doesn't seem to be on the agenda. Could you provide us with data points?
Once we break out that, if you give me a chance, let me break out, see if I can pull some of that data out of the EIR. There's some charts in there that we should be able to pull in, that we can pull in, and definitely discuss those in the groups. One quick question, then I'm going to break out.
It's not a question.
If we can.
No.
If we can just tell them.
It has to be said now. I have had over 2 years of meetings, and everybody has had an opportunity to express concerns, what they want, what they don't want, all the pros, all the cons, all the stuff in between. If the purpose of this is to continue that, it's a waste of time. Now, it's a waste of everybody's time. You've had collectively the board, the staff, administration, have had letters from attorneys, from our attorney, asking significant questions. You've had a consensus of the neighborhood and the community of mitigation items to be addressed and that we demand be addressed. And now you're having another meeting to rehash the same stuff. You're going to break up into groups of 4, 5, whatever. What is the point? You're wasting our time. You're wasting taxpayer money. And at this point in time, I would suggest that administration, staff, and the board agree and appoint, as you recommend in there, an ad hoc committee that has the authority to decide A, B, C, D on the mitigation issues, and that be reduced to writing and be attached to the EIR as a requirement before it's voted on.
There you go.
Now,
That is the purpose of what we're doing tonight.
No.
I will be making a recommendation to the board. I will be providing the board some options based on what the board has asked us to go out and redo. So I will be providing those recommendations to the board.
There's a change in everything here, Tim. Everything's negotiable. And you have, the first time is tonight, decided, I don't know who decided, but you've got a give and take meeting, but it's a rehash of the same old stuff. It's a waste of time. You need to have a group. You need to have a group that is represented by the administration, by staff, by the community, by the board, whereby a list of mitigation items can be agreed to and attached to the EIR as a requirement for its vote and passage. If that is not going to be the case, we're all wasting our time.
We have all those groups here tonight, and that is the intent, is to listen to that information.
You've already got it.
Compile that information.
You got it, man. 2 years. It's been presented to you. You've got it. So you're rehashing.
We're looking at this as an opportunity to come up with a list that we can provide to the board.
You've already got it. The board's already got it. Ask the board members that are here.
The purpose of this meeting is for the neighbours to present their potential mitigating vendors. You just, for the last 40 minutes, told us what you, Ygnacio, are going to do. You're not interested in what we want. You're telling us what you're going to do and how you're going to arrange it, and it has nothing to do with the mitigation.
All right, again, this is to break out into groups, come up with some definitions to these potential 3 different recommendations, put these into a final process, and bring this to the board on the 9th.
Well, is this going to be
Yeah,
voted
no
on?
point in this.
Is the EIR going to be on the agenda for the next board meeting to be voted on?
That is the intent.
Then
With
this is
conditions,
nonsense.
with conditions of use, the board has asked us to look at conditions of use to bring back to the board. And these 3 are
What are the conditions of use?
that's what we're here to discuss tonight. Absolutely not. These are talking points. Absolutely not. These are talking points.
Are these talking points going to be reduced to writing and attached to the EIR as a condition?
That is
An
correct.
addendum?
That is our intent.
And who's
Is
going
that
to
yes or
control
no?
all this?
Is that yes or no?
Yes.
And who's going to control all this?
Can we have one, can we have one speak? Can we have one speak, please? If we can look at some of the talking points, I'd like to break into 4 different groups. If you have technical questions, we'll be available to answer some of those technical questions to the best of our ability this evening. So with that, I'd like to break into 4